Is Fortnite better than PUBG?
Okay. All right. No.
Hey guys, welcome to UnMuted on the Leaderboard, the show where we talk about hot topics in gaming and read your comments. I'm Darrian P. Mack, the channel manager for the Leaderboard.
I'm Nicky, a lead video editor.
And to help us in today's discussion, we have Jimmy Mondal, who is a new member of the Frederator family and a co-host of Starting Point on the Leaderboard, our new show, Recover Esports. Welcome to the show, Jimmy.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so a few months ago, we launched a video on the Leaderboard. We were asking, is PUBG scared of Fortnite? Now it's about 2 months later, and the question is PUBG winning this Battle Royale genre? Like, we've seen a lot of development of both games, and I'm gonna turn it over to Jimmy, who has some really strong opinions as a shoutcaster. You were a shoutcaster for Mixer, right? So
yes.
you manage PUBG tournaments.
Yeah. Yep.
What do you think? Is Fortnite creeping into that territory?
I've got to say no.
Oh, not at all. Not even a little bit.
No. Okay. So PUBG and Fortnite, they coexist. They're coexisting at this moment. The player bases I find are quite different though. When you go to Fortnite and you go to PUBG, you go for different things. I find that when I go to Fortnite, or the average person that plays Fortnite is a little more relaxed, looking to have a little more fun when they're playing the game. The average person going into PUBG is a little more competitive, and they're a little more into the realism that PUBG brings.
I want to disagree with one of your points.
Sure.
Can I do that?
Of course.
Where
You can't.
I think that yes, you can you go to Fortnite for fun, but I would not say it's like relaxed at all. I mean, we've played a lot of Fortnite.
It's not relaxing.
And
no.
I have played. I played PUBG and I played Fortnite, and I feel like the competitiveness is actually a bit higher in Fortnite because the game is faster. It's just a faster game. The map shrinks faster. The weapons are more numerous. There are more drop points. There are more items to collect. So you're constantly scavenging for resources. You also have a building mechanic and trying to defend in this constantly shrinking map. So I don't know if I would say that it's fair to say that Fortnite players are only looking for a relaxed gaming environment.
But I will agree with Jimmy in the sense that it does draw in a different kind of player considering that it's free.
Yeah.
And also, for those who do play Fortnite, there's this other mode. Whereas PUBG, it's you're only going there for the competitive gameplay.
That is a solely VR game.
Just to clarify, the Battle Royale mode in Fortnite is free, but the Save the World part of Fortnite, which is the standalone app, the actual campaign mode of the game, you have to pay for that.
Oh, exactly.
Currently. I mean, it'll be free in the spring, but right now, if you're going for PUBG only, then that's all you can play if you don't actually buy the game.
Well, the Battle Royale mode.
Right.
They call it the PUBG mode.
I'm sorry.
See?
the Fortnite Battle Royale mode, if you just play that, if that's the free part that you go for, that's the only free part you can play.
So I wanted to pull some comments and read them to you guys that we pulled from Is PUBG Scared video. You can check it out on the channel, as well as numerous amount of content for both PUBG and Fortnite. We asked the question, hey, is Fortnite wrong to create a Battle Royale mode? Sound off in the comments. And we had people like Cobra Pigeon saying, like others said, it's a genre now. The calling was the first Battle Royale, but they didn't sue anybody. And he meant sue.
I think he meant sue,
Pinzara Octavian, Fortnite is wrong. Some people create good things and other people ruin these good things, but not many people mind it because the clones are free. Cordis Gaming says, I think Battle Royale 99 vs 1 is a genre just like FPS. PUBG is amazing, and so is Fortnite. That's why Battlefield isn't seeing, which I think he meant suing, COD. It's a genre, not their game. And then the Tactical Kiwi says, they are definitely two different games. I've never played PUBG. On one hand, PUBG is a competitive, kind of realistic game, kind of similar to what Jimmy is saying. It has FPS shooting, which is a very good thing. And on the other hand, Fortnite has building, different game physics, and more character and color. So personally, I like Fortnite because I've always played FPS shooters like Battlefield 1 and R6, and it feels good to have a chilled, relaxed game. Can I finish the comment first? Once again,
finish the comment.
Once again, I've never played PUBG as I only play PS4. And then we also had a number of comments that just said no. That said no, straight up no to, hey, is Fortnite wrong to create Battle Royale mode? And, I have to agree, it's not wrong, because I think a lot of people do unanimously agree that it is a genre.
Yeah. I think Brendan Green and PUBG Inc. or Bluehole or whatever they're calling themselves today, they were completely ridiculous in trying to say they own a genre of games.
Yeah.
That was dumb on their part. Another reason why, in my book, they're losing, but we'll save that for another video.
Oh.
I do want to jump in on the tactical Kiwi, where he was talking about the relaxed gaming and things of that nature in this.
Can't let this go.
I can't let it go. I can't let it go. Because think about other competitive games like Smash Brothers Melee.
Okay.
Very relaxed.
There's nothing relaxed about that game.
Not
There's
at all.
nothing relaxed
No.
about that game. But it's got a cartoony sort of feel.
Right.
It's not going
Yeah.
for realism. But the fact that it's not going for realism does not mean that game is not competitive. That it's not difficult to master.
Of course.
That it's not amazing. So I think the idea like, oh, we're looking at graphic fidelity to make a determination about a game's capability
I think
is.
we're going
Yeah, I
too
think that's a
far.
reach because
Yeah.
Overwatch exists.
Yeah.
Oh, and Overwatch is another.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say even like Rocket League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, because the Kiwi and then your statement earlier, I just had to.
He was lining up the dots.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, oh yeah, because people, it's relaxed. It's not relaxed.
Yeah, I don't think cartoony graphics equals relaxed gaming.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a lot of people who do end up playing Fortnite and how they end up playing the game, whether they are trying out the free mode without having played Save the World, or even just only playing the free Battle Royale mode. They're just coming like from a different place, whereas PUBG, it's like, that's where a lot of people are getting their competitive fix.
Yeah, exactly. It's turned into what basically Counter-Strike used to be back in the day. A lot of people are investing their competitive time, and a lot of companies, even like a lot of bigger organizations, are finally getting invested into PUBG. They're setting up teams, like lots of leagues are getting set up. Finally, it's taken them quite a while, but you have to give it to Fortnite because without them, I don't think PUBG would be pushed to be as good as they have to be in the next couple of months.
Well, that's a good point because we were talking earlier about the net code, right? Like the PUBG net code is terrible.
It's garbage.
It's not optimized for anything. And so when we look at like how seamless almost the Fortnite servers are working,
Right.
Do you think that PUBG can stand the test of time? Do you think they're really ready to compete in the Battle Royale genre with a lot of the issues that they're having now?
I think if they don't, then we're going to be seeing a problem. There's the next couple of months, I feel like, is going to be absolutely catalytic in PUBG's success because we mentioned this briefly earlier in our conversations. There's player fatigue kicking in.
Yeah.
If they don't get these problems fixed, the competitive people that are sticking to this game, they're going to leave because you can't have a competitive game be filled with RNG from shooting, like base mechanics, man. You got to get that down. And Fortnite's got that down, and they've shown that, hey, you can do it. People obviously like the game. It's because it's not their only thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Fortnite just made it as sort of like an afterthought at first, and then it turned into this huge thing.
Where people are playing it, not even jumping into Save the World mode.
Exactly. Like a lot of people don't even play the base Fortnite games. They'll just play the Battle Royale, and a lot of people are playing the Battle Royale.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the Battle Royale it propelled them from 8 million players, I think even in October, the end of October, to 20 million by the end of November.
Yeah.
Like exponential growth. Fortnite, I mean, even with PUBG was hailed for reaching 30 million players within its first 7 months, Fortnite's going to be there by the end of December.
Wow.
And then when the game is completely free, both the Save the World and the Battle Royale app, I don't see how PUBG competes.
And also, it also being available on console. Initially.
Initially, it was. I mean, they turned it off, but there was a time where you had cross-platform, so they had the capability for Xbox and PS4 players to play at the same time. And PUBG, even with the Xbox exclusive deal, is only coming out on Xbox.
Yeah, and I can't say I blame them for limiting it to just to Xbox because if
That's crazy.
But if you open up crossplay, there's I'm a PC guy.
I know you PC all day.
Yeah, so there's a huge advantage to playing with a mouse and keyboard that you don't get with the controller.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. And so I feel like the discrepancy in skill level, quality of games, I don't blame them for it.
Oh, no, go ahead, Nicky.
Well, I was going to say, going back to our initial jumping off point, for our unmuted discussion, what can you say about PUBG if they are winning?
I think they are having a very strong showing, and I gotta say, in my books, they're winning because they are setting up these tournament structures. They're getting the competitive community invested into it, and they've realized that, hey, if we get a lot of players that are good, if we get organizations that have money, and we create a really good scene, people will invest themselves into it, even if they're not playing the game. So that creates even a spectator sport for people. So if people can enjoy watching it and enjoy playing it, they have such a wide audience. And that's something I want to say Overwatch is struggling with. They have a good player base, but they don't have the spectator audience just yet because of how difficult it was to watch.
Yeah.
They've
that's
worked
fair.
on fixing a couple bits of it, but until they work on it really, really hard, that's going to be an obstacle for people.
When I look at the overall, is Fortnite winning or is PUBG winning? PUBG doesn't have a choice because that's all that they have. All they have is this one game and it's not even fully a game.
Yeah.
And people might kill me in the comments. I mean, it's a great sort of experience, and I think it's a great mod. But when I think about it as a game, I think it's just a battle royale sort of mod that they turned into a game. And so like, it's like, what other options do they have other than investing in esports to make sure that the spectator audience is staying? And then on top of that, what we're seeing already in a game that's only been out for 7 months is player fatigue.
Yeah.
I mean, we're seeing significant numbers of people leaving PUBG to either play Fortnite or to play go back to Overwatch because the Overwatch League is starting. League of Legends is doing some crazy stuff. So I mean, and my last point, and I'll let you have the floor back, is what I think PUBG showed AAA titles is you can turn on a battle royale mode pretty much in any game. Battlefront 2.
Grand Theft Auto has
Grand
it too.
Theft Auto has it. Like all these companies started, we can just turn this on.
Yeah.
For Epic Games, the owners of Fortnite, they built the Battle Royale mod for Fortnite in a couple weeks. It started as a test thing. They weren't even, you can check out our 107 Facts video where we talk about this, because Fortnite Battle Royale might have never happened because it was just a test server thing that the developers were doing for fun. And they were able to build that in a week. I don't see how PUBG, with all they have is this mod, can survive an environment where AAA titles, where even indie games can just turn this system on, and everybody's got Battle Royale.
And that's really the thing. They have to be the game that is the Battle Royale game. That's what I'm saying. In the next couple of months, they have to either fix their netcode, make it so that it's an actually competitive, playable game, and if it checks off all these boxes, it'll have everything that a good Battle Royale does have. It's either got to be the best Battle Royale game, or it'll just... That's what I'm trying to say.
But see, that's the thing, is like, it's a gamble, if
Yeah.
you will. Like, and they have so much that they could lose on just, this competitive scene. And like you were saying, that if they put all their eggs in one basket and it fails, then it's like, goodbye. But I'm also just thinking, like, in the long run, like Darrian is saying, that if all these games can and will put in a Battle Royale mode, even if it's just for fun, why would anyone, make the distinction between, like, hey, you know what, I actually want to play PUBG versus this game, and I'm thinking, like, years ahead, like, are the people only going to flock to the PUBG? Like, you have Call of Duty, Halo, and now Battlefield. Like, no one's really exclusively playing this one first-person shooter, so I can't imagine people only playing PUBG when they want to get their Battle Royale fix, especially if, like, a sequel comes out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I guess the only reason I would assume that it would work like that is because if you look at the way the games have been, like, competitive games have been panning out over the past 15, 20 years, if you look at Counter-Strike, Dota, League of Legends, like, these are games that have really gotten the genre down to a T.
Yeah.
Like, Counter-Strike has got FPS, like, search and destroy down to a T. That's why it's been relevant for so long. And I feel like if PUBG is able to create a game of that caliber, of like League of Legends, Dota, they've both mastered a kind of a different form of a MOBA, but each down to a T for their respective sides. If PUBG is able to do that and become that game for the Battle Royale genre,
They can own it.
yeah, they can own it, they'll have the sticking power, and it'll be a great game. But if they can't do it in the next couple months, like you bring up, player fatigue is real. People are leaving the game, so it's like...
I mean, let's just look at the numbers, right?
Right.
20 million players in 2 months of a game release. 20 million. Like, no one saw this coming. No one that was forecasting. Everybody thought PUBG all day. They owned the summer, they owned the September, and then it was like, wait, this game just came out of nowhere, and it's threatening to topple their concurrent player base.
Yeah.
And that just happens so easily. So I'm just like, if history is prologue here, right? Like, if history is predictive of where this is going to go, I don't see PUBG surviving.
To go back to some of the comments, though, a lot of people have pointed out, and on the video, not just in the comments that we've selected, that At the end of the day, Fortnite and PUBG I still think is a different game. And yes, Fortnite does have another mode, but I like what you were saying about Dota 2 and League of Legends, you know, kind of like doing their own thing. You know, it is very different. Where, again, PUBG, and at the end of the day, PUBG and Fortnite Battle Royale, it's different. That building mechanic sets them apart.
Definitely.
So I think that people, you know, even if I know a couple months from now or even a year from now, and this competitive scene for PUBG is successful, I still think people will be playing Fortnite. And like you, going way back to what you first said, they can coexist.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Yeah.
As two separate entities.
I don't disagree with that at all. I think that both games can coexist. My only contention is that Fortnite is winning and will continue to accumulate more players, will become a better game, and will probably have the greater notoriety at the end of the day.
Or it could go the other way. They could keep pushing Fortnite to its limits, the Battle Royale mod, make it so that they have to push PUBG to its limits. PUBG becomes a great game. Fortnite's like, it was a joke. We were just doing it so PUBG had some competition. Let's get out of this bad boy.
That's not happening.
Hey man, it's possible. Because I think the reason Fortnite first became so popular was because of the discontent in the PUBG community. People were like, man, this is a great idea, but come on, fix the servers, fix the gameplay. And Epic was like, hey, we can do that.
In the 20-minute period of nothing happening.
Yeah, and just like, okay, here, smaller map, good servers, go have fun. Drop out of a magic school bus for all I care. Like,
we just yeah. I'm sorry. You're right. You were talking about Fortnite. I think we were about to talk about PUBG.
You're so ready. You're like, no. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like, think about that. Like, PUBG decided, oh yeah, we're gonna release a new map, and it's gonna be the same size, if not bigger, than the current map. Like,
and it's gonna take a year and a half.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, Fortnite and the developers, you know, have that team. You know, they're able to make something so like.
If you check out our 107 Facts video, we actually talk about the fact that only 35 people helped build
Fortnite?
Yes.
Wow.
It is basically an indie studio that built that game. So that's another thing. Like, Bluehole has been invested in PUBG since early summer.
Right.
And they have a much bigger team than Fortnite does.
That's impressive.
Yeah, honestly. You gotta give it to them.
Throw my
Epic
cards
Games,
in
man.
there.
Yeah.
PUBG, get your act together.
Right.
Or else.
And I just want to be clear about one thing. Like, I think PUBG is a great game. I think the pacing is a little bit different. They're different games, and I think that they can both equally coexist. It's just, I think PUBG has made so many critical errors, from their PR lawsuit disaster to the way they're going about putting their game on Xbox, the way they're going about their optimization and the things they're adding. It's just, you know, I just think that they have set themselves up for failure.
I think it all ultimately depends, what Jimmy was mentioning, on the competitive scene. We'll see what happens in the next few months and see if they can fix some of their items, and hopefully, you know, they can actually be successful.
Yeah. I am excited about the Volkswagen coming to PUBG, though. I do want to talk about that.
Speaking of Volkswagen, we like to talk to thank our sponsors. Volkswagen and Mountain Dew and Doritos, thank you so much for sending us, I believe, 1 bag of Doritos. So that's UnMuted. Please leave a comment down below if you think Fortnite or PUBG is winning, and please let us know what we should talk about next.
And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the leaderboard and then click that bell icon so you can become part of the notification squad, so you'll be notified on whenever we upload. And we upload 5 times a week.
So keep it here to the leaderboard, your home
for video game facts. Okay.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, Mountain Dew and Doritos. Some of the best cheese-flavored triangles that you can buy at pretty much anywhere today. They also have a nice Doritos taco, Locos Taco, available at Taco Bell exclusively. It's very good. It comes in Cool Ranch and as well as sweet chili. And I also like to mention that Mountain Dew comes in a variety of flavors, including the very rare Live Wire and Whiteout.
Live Wire.
It's available in certain states, so just check your local grocer. There's also Code Red. And going back to Taco Bell, there's also Baja Blast, which is a fountain drink, but you can also get it in a slushy form at Taco Bell in, you know, the counter or the drive-thru window, whichever you like. Mountain Dew, Doritos, thank you so much. Live Moss, and also stay thirsty. Is that the slogan?